Have you ever watched older individuals and wondered, how are they still going strong? Aging affects everyone differently. While many people begin to slow down or step back, a special few seem to grow even more vibrant with time. These unique individuals continue doing things others their age may have let go of long ago. Interestingly, it's not always about physical feats like running marathons or lifting heavy weights. Often, it's the subtle, meaningful actions that reveal something truly remarkable. In today's video, we'll highlight 5 surprising behaviors that, if you're still doing them between the ages of 70 and 85, mark you as truly exceptional. These aren't your typical daily habits, they're indicators of deep emotional resilience, mental clarity, and lasting wisdom. These traits don't diminish with age. In fact, they can grow stronger when nurtured. You might find yourself connecting with some of these traits or thinking of someone dear to you who reflects them. Either way, the goal is to give you a deeper appreciation for the quiet strength and grace that some people carry into their later years. So if you still value personal growth, kindness, independence, and laughter, this video is for you. You may discover that you or someone you love possess qualities that make you far more admirable than you realized. Let's dive in. Behavior number 1, still learning new skills. There's something deeply inspiring about someone in their 70s or 80s who approaches life with the curiosity of a beginner. If you're still learning, whether it's figuring out how to use a smartphone, picking up painting, navigating video calls with family, or starting a new language, or demonstrating a rare and powerful kind of mental flexibility that challenges the common assumptions about aging. As people grow older, many tend to slow down, not just physically, but mentally as well. They often fall into routines, relying on the familiar and avoiding new challenges. But lifelong learners are different. They remain curious, mentally engaged, and open to change, a quality that becomes even more valuable with age. Just like muscles need movement to stay strong, the brain thrives on challenge and novelty. Learning new things not only keeps the mind sharp, but it also improves memory, boosts problem-solving skills, and enhances emotional well-being. Many older adults who continue learning report feeling more purposeful and optimistic. Take Frank, a 78-year-old retired janitor who decided to teach himself piano. He'd never played before, but he committed to daily practice, watched online tutorials, and slowly taught himself to play simple songs. Now, he enjoys playing for his great-grandchildren. He didn't pursue it to perform publicly. It was the joy of learning that kept him going. Stories like Frank's are more common than you'd think among those who embrace lifelong learning. Whether it's painting, joining a local history class, or experimenting with a new gadget, each activity reflects a mindset that says, I can still grow. Psychologists agree that people who continue learning into later life often enjoy stronger confidence and greater emotional resilience. When you learn something new, you prove to yourself that you're still capable, still evolving, and still connected to the present. In a society that often overlooks older adults, staying curious and open to new skills is a quiet but powerful statement. I still have more to explore and more to share. Behavior number 2, offering emotional support to others. There's a quiet, often unnoticed strength in being the person others turn to during difficult times. If you're between the ages of 70 and 85 and people still come to you for comfort, whether it's a neighbor seeking advice, a grandchild needing reassurance, or a lifelong friend sharing their worries, you're doing something truly special. You're providing a sense of calm and stability that the world desperately needs, and that only a few are still able to offer. Emotional support doesn't have to be loud or dramatic. Often, it's found in the small, meaningful gestures, a patient ear, a warm smile, or a gentle word that says, you're not alone. When you've lived through many seasons of life through love and loss, joy and hardship, that experience gives you a kind of wisdom that can't be taught. It becomes your quiet superpower. What makes this gift so unique is how rare it becomes as people age. Many older adults begin to feel disconnected or overlooked, withdrawing from the emotional lives of others. But not you. If you're still open to hearing others' struggles, still present for their celebrations and sadness, you've held on to something incredibly valuable: your empathy. Empathy at your age isn't just kindness, it's bravery. It means you faced life's storms but chose not to grow bitter. You stayed soft, stayed generous, and continued to care deeply. That alone sets you apart. Consider Betty, an 82-year-old widow who began volunteering at a local grief group after losing her husband. She didn't have formal training in counseling. What she brought was her presence, her ability to simply be there, and that presence created safety and healing for others. People like Betty don't just give advice, they offer peace. If you've become that person for others, you're not just helpful or a steady light in a world that can feel overwhelming. Studies show that older adults who continue to offer emotional support often experience greater fulfillment and a stronger sense of purpose. It keeps your heart connected and your spirit vibrant. If you're still showing up for others at your age, you're proving something powerful. That real strength lies in compassion. Behavior number 3, staying curious about the world. There's something truly uplifting about a person in their 70s or 80s who still approaches life with wonder and curiosity. If you're someone who still loves to learn, who asks questions, reads new books, watches documentaries, or explores new ideas not just to fill time, but to genuinely understand the world, you possess a rare and beautiful quality. As we get older, it's common for routines to take over. Life becomes predictable, and comfort often replaces exploration. Many start believing they've learned all there is to know. But if you're still waking up with a sense of wonder, asking, "What can I learn today?" you are doing something extraordinary. Curiosity at this age is not only inspiring, it's scientifically powerful. Research shows that older adults who stay mentally engaged and open to learning enjoy stronger memory, reduced risk of cognitive decline, and greater emotional well-being. Curiosity keeps the brain active, sparks new neural pathways, and helps you maintain a fresh perspective on life. It doesn't just sharpen the mind, it keeps your spirit young. Take Howard, a retired mail carrier in his late 70s who became fascinated with astronomy after watching a documentary. He purchased a small telescope, joined a local stargazing group, and now spends his evenings identifying constellations and studying the night sky. Howard says it reminds him that even as he ages, he's part of something much larger than himself. That's what curiosity does, it expands your world, even when your physical movement may be limited. And it doesn't have to be a big, dramatic pursuit. Asking your grandchild to explain a new video game, or exploring a new philosophy that challenges your views, all count. The important thing is that you haven't closed yourself off to growth. You still see life as a journey, not a finished story. Psychologically, this mindset is linked to emotional adaptability and resilience. Curious people are more open-minded, less judgmental, and better equipped to handle change. They're not afraid to admit, "I don't know, but I'd like to learn." In a time when many grow cynical with age, your curiosity is a quiet but powerful act of defiance. It shows you're still interested, still connected, and still very much alive. And that curiosity, it's a gift not because you know everything, but because you still want to know more. Behavior number 4, speaking kindly to yourself. If you're between the ages of 70 and 85 and have learned to treat yourself with kindness and compassion, that's truly exceptional. Many people spend their entire lives trapped in a cycle of self-criticism, allowing their inner voice to focus on their flaws and shortcomings. By the time they reach their later years, that voice has often taken a toll, leaving behind self-doubt and regret. But if you've managed to speak to yourself with gentleness, saying things like, "I did my best," or "I'm proud of how far I've come, you've achieved something that many never do." This isn't just good fortune, it's wisdom. Aging often invites deep reflection. We think about past decisions, relationships, and the roles we played as parents, partners, or friends. Sadly, this reflection can become a source of pain for some, leading to guilt or feelings of inadequacy. But if you've found a way to make peace with your past, and speak to yourself like a trusted friend rather than a harsh critic, that is a powerful accomplishment. It takes courage to offer your own heart grace. It takes insight to look in the mirror and see not just the marks of age, but a life full of learning and growth. This kinder internal voice isn't something that magically appears, it's built over time. It grows through facing hardship, learning to forgive, and understanding that perfection was never the goal, progress was. Psychologists often describe the way we talk to ourselves as the emotional space we live in. If that space is filled with judgment, we feel small. If it's filled with compassion, we feel safe and strong. So, if you've created a compassionate internal world, you've built a kind of refuge that shields your spirit from bitterness and allows your relationships to flourish. Take Margaret, an 82-year-old retired nurse from Ohio. She once said, "I used to criticize myself for not doing more. Now I tell myself, you did the best you could with what you knew then." That single change transformed her peace of mind. That's not just self-care, that's a lifetime of wisdom and practice. People who treat themselves gently tend to show more patience and kindness to others. Your calm presence likely brings comfort to your loved ones and reminds them that it's okay to be imperfect and still be deeply worthy. In a world obsessed with unrealistic standards, your self-compassion is a quiet, powerful act of resistance. You've embraced the truth that being enough isn't something you earn, it's something you recognize. And that mindset, built through years of inner struggle, makes you not only rare but remarkable. Behavior number 5, embracing lifelong curiosity. If you're in your 70s, 75s, or even your 80s, and you still carry a spark of curiosity, still asking questions, diving into books, exploring new ideas, you are genuinely exceptional. This kind of curiosity in later life isn't just a personality trait. It's a profound sign that your spirit remains vibrant and engaged. That quality makes you truly one of a kind. Here's the reality. Many people eventually stop wondering about the world around them. They settle into predictable routines, assuming they've already absorbed all the knowledge they need. They cease to be amazed or intrigued by new experiences. But if you're someone who still reaches for a new book, tries unfamiliar foods, watches documentaries, or shows interest in what your grandchildren are passionate about, you're not only impressive, you're an inspiration. Remaining curious is one of the most effective ways to keep your heart and mind youthful. It keeps your brain stimulated, your perspective fresh, and your connections with others more meaningful. Curiosity signals that you haven't let life's challenges or societal expectations dull your desire to grow and learn. In fact, staying curious takes real bravery, especially when the world often suggests that older adults should quietly step aside and let life pass them by. There are also real psychological benefits tied to maintaining curiosity as we age. Research shows that seniors who remain intellectually engaged tend to enjoy better memory, sharper cognitive skills, and lower rates of depression. Curiosity fuels movement not only in the physical sense, but emotionally and mentally as well. It provides a reason to look forward to each day, invites moments of surprise, and those moments are essential ingredients for joy. Take Robert, a 78-year-old man from Arizona. Every morning, he watches an educational video on topics ranging from history to nature to science. He shares how these daily lessons give his mind a chance to travel, even if his body doesn't. One day he learned about penguin mating rituals, the next about Ethiopian coffee processing. "I might never travel again," he says, "but my mind journeys somewhere new every day." That's the incredible gift of curiosity. Moreover, curiosity bridges generations. When you ask your grandchild how TikTok works or what they're reading at school or how innovations like 3D printing are changing medicine, you're not only learning, you're signaling that you're still connected, involved. This sends a powerful message to others and yourself. You still matter. People notice when older adults keep growing. It offers hope, showing that aging doesn't mean shrinking or fading away. Instead, the mind and soul can expand continuously, right to the very end. So, if you still light up with excitement over new knowledge, if you say, "That's interesting," When someone shares a fact, or if you find awe in a sunset or a bird you've never heard before, you are a rare treasure. Your curiosity shines like a beacon in a world that often dims with age. Your light is steady, bright, and enduring. Final thoughts. If you've reached this point and found yourself nodding along, smiling, or even feeling touched, it shows something meaningful. You still care about personal growth. You still want to believe that your actions, your decisions, and your heart matter deeply in this world. And let me assure you they matter now more than ever. Turning 70, 80, or beyond isn't the conclusion of your story. It's a powerful, rich chapter full of wisdom, insight, and beauty that many younger people might never fully appreciate. Yet, it's easy to lose sight of this when society seems to overlook you, when your body doesn't move as easily as before, or when friends gradually disappear and loneliness quietly settles in. That's why acknowledging and valuing these 5 qualities you continue to embody is so important. Whether it's staying kind when bitterness would be easier, maintaining your independence in small ways unnoticed by others, standing firm in your boundaries, showing quiet generosity, or nurturing that enduring spark of curiosity, these aren't minor traits. They're subtle miracles. Perhaps you don't hear this often. Maybe those around you are too busy to truly see, or maybe you are modest and don't highlight these strengths yourself. But just because it's unspoken doesn't mean it goes unnoticed. People around you look up to you quietly. You are the kind of person who demonstrates that age doesn't dim your light, it refines and sharpens it. Never let anyone convince you that what you do is insignificant. It absolutely matters not only for yourself, but for everyone observing you. Your children, grandchildren, neighbors, and even strangers at the store. The way you live your life tells a meaningful story, one that deserves to be heard. You are far from ordinary. You're not merely getting through life, you're doing something extraordinary. You hold on to your humanity, your dignity, your curiosity, and your kindness in a world that often pressures people to give those up. That's why you are truly one in a million, a rare gem, and I hope you always remember just how special you are. Thank you for spending time with us today. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment below sharing one key takeaway and how you might apply it in your life. Your feedback means a lot and inspires us to keep going. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and share it with others. Your support allows us to keep producing valuable content to educate and motivate you. Thanks again for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.